Have you ever struggled to find the answer to a problem you are having? Do you know that the solution could be staring you right in the face? Then why aren't you seeing it? If you're wondering this, then this episode is for you.
You're listening to the Dynamic Women podcast. Each week, you'll be inspired by our global community of women. They'll share with you tools and stories to help you be dynamic in every area of life. He's your host, award-winning coach, and the CEO and founder of Dynamic Women, Diane Rolston.
Hello, lovely dynamic women, and welcome to the Dynamic Women podcast. I am Diane Rolston, your host, and today we're going to talk about how to find solutions to your problems. I'm going to let you know the best place that they're hiding, because you don't need to struggle anymore to find the answer to a problem. The solution could actually be right in front of you or beside you or around you. And I'm going to share the 3 reasons that you're maybe missing it and how you can find the best solution. This is a topic that I've seen a lot this week with my clients, and I really wanted to bring this forward to you. So I want you to ask yourself, have you been struggling to find the answers to your problems that you're having? Have you? There could be a solution. It could be staring right at you. It could be right beside you. It could be so in your face, but why aren't you seeing it? I'm going to share 3 reasons so that you can find the best solution for you. It's been something that's been happening a lot with clients recently. I don't know if it's the pandemic. I don't know if it's people's busyness, if it's overwhelm. I don't know about those things. But what I do know is that there are 3 reasons why you're maybe doing this. And I want you to be able to find those solutions and find them really easily and be able to then move forward and not be stuck. Okay, let's dive in. So problems that you could be looking for a solution could be like, I want to do a product for my business. I don't know what it should be. I want to name this product I'm doing or this sale, but I don't know what to call it. It could be like, I don't know, should I be moving here? Should I be ending it with this person? What's the solution to this predicament that I'm in? I really want to be healthier. What's the answer? So usually in this case where you're trying to find a solution, it's like there's one thing that you're looking for. There's one solution, one answer. Maybe you have multiple answers, but you haven't come to the answer that's like super clear. And clear in the way that you're like, I know it, that's it, I'm going to do that. And so maybe you've had a lot of different answers, but you haven't had one that's been like, yes, that's it. And because you haven't had that clarity, it's so hard to move forward. And you decide like, I can't move forward yet because I just don't have the right answer. And so this happens a lot with my coaching clients. And they come to me and they say, I just don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do. And the thing is, you possibly do know what to do. But there are 3 reasons why, 3 reasons why you're not doing it, or you can't do it, or you can't figure it out. And so I'm going to go through them. And this is one where I really want you to like play along, and you're going to take actually your hands and do the same things that I'm going to do. And it will help you to realize how you're blocking yourself. So let's dive into the three different reasons why you're not seeing what the answer is. And it's not completely your fault. So the first one, I want you to take your hands and you're going to put them at the side of your head at like your temple area. Okay, you're going to hold them there. Now, what do you think this one is? You've got blinders on. So why can't you see the answer? Because you've got blinders on. And what do I mean by putting blinders on? Well, blinders are really good. For racehorses, they put blinders on the side so that they only see straight in front of them. And that's really helpful because they're not distracted by the other horses. They're not distracted by the crowds. They're not distracted by everything around them. The only trouble is when you're trying to find a solution for something, when you have blinders on, you're not seeing what you need to see, right? So if you put your hands up to the side of your head, you're blocking your peripheral vision. You're blocking that. And you're only focused on one track. But if you're looking for a solution, you want to be able to pull from all different areas, pull from all different possibilities. Yeah? Now we can think of the blinders being limiting beliefs. So you're not actually walking around with blinders on with your hands up, but you have limiting beliefs. And what they're doing is they're narrowing your view. So maybe you were thinking of like, you're like, what's the solution to, me not being as energized as I want to be? And maybe a limiting belief, you're like, oh, maybe a solution would be I could go and exercise more. And then a blinder comes on and it's like, oh, you're not an athletic person. And so all those ideas around being healthier through movement start being blocked for you. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. And so you don't see everything, right? And the saboteurs jump in too, and they make your blinders even bigger so that you don't get to see what's possible. Now, this is really sad because you could have a really great idea right there. You could have an opportunity. You could have something right in front of you that's there for you. An idea, so a variety of ideas that are super creative. And so this is where you really need to do some brainstorming with someone else, right? With someone else supporting you so that all of these different ideas can come out rather than just the blinders being on.
This episode is brought to you by Your Ultimate Success Toolkit. This is the perfect time to get clarity, planning, and strategy for your life and business. This package has a little bit of all of it for your ultimate success. This toolkit has been designed to give you mindset fundamentals that are essential for getting off the treadmill of wants with no results, and then will drill down on getting you clear and giving you a tangible action plan. Join now by going to the link in the show notes, and you'll be able to get ahead and be excited for the next year.
The second piece, the second reason that you can't find the best solution is because sometimes it's here. So you're going to take your hand and you're going to place it right in front of your face. Right in front of your face. I'm going to move it right now though, because I want you to be able to hear me clearly. And so put your hand right in front of your face. Now, what happens is we are looking for a solution, but it's right in front of us. And we do this. We go, but I don't know what I should choose. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the solution is. And the thing is right in front of us. I did this coaching session with one of my peers, and we were trying to figure out, what's my one thing? What's my one word? What's this one thing that I am known for? And it was so funny because I went through all this. I was like, but maybe it's this and maybe it's this. And I don't know what it is. And I'm trying to find it. I'm looking around looking around my hand, looking around the answer. And she said to me, Diane, isn't it dynamic women? Isn't that your thing? Isn't that what you talk about and what you train about and what your books and your programs are about? And I was like, duh, yeah. The thing is that it was right in front of my face. And if it was so obvious, why didn't I pick it? Because it was so obvious, right? Maybe you've been in this place. It's just too simple. It's too obvious. It's right there. Or sometimes we overlook that obvious choice because we think it's like, oh, it's been done, or it's the predictable choice, or whatever it may be, or everyone else is doing it, and so on. I'm not going to do it. Or maybe we just don't see it because we're just too close to it. Sometimes we want to overcomplicate things. It's like, if it's not complicated, it's not worth doing. If it's not complicated, it's not good. These are all BS, right? So what do you need to do here in this case? What you need to do is write down all the options that you have, write down all the ideas you have, and then ask someone else, is there something I'm missing? Is there something that is so obvious that you think is the answer for me? And this, again, is helpful when it's someone unbiased. So a coach, someone that's in your corner already, so that you can be able to get the best answer possible. Now, again, when you have your answers, you still need to then make a decision of what is it that I decide to do? But when it's right in front of you, you sometimes can't see it. When someone else points it out, you then get another option to your solutions, another option to choose. And oftentimes
at least in my case, that thing that was right in front of me is the thing that I actually needed to do. It's the clearest path. I just didn't see it. I really wanted to share this amazing 5-star review of the Dynamic Women podcast that came in from Estrelita Gonzalez. She says, "Top show. As a female entrepreneur, I love this podcast. The energy, clarity, and interesting array of helpful topics keeps them inspiring and relevant." Well, thanks, Estrelita. We're really happy that you've been feeling these, and that's such great feedback. We really appreciate it, and you'll be getting something special in the mail from us. And if you're sitting there, hey, I haven't reviewed the podcast, then please click the review button and leave us a 5-star review sharing about what it is that you love about this podcast. And we'll also send you something special in the mail. So the third one, if you take your hands and around your head, make like a box shape. Okay, makes a box shape. And if you've done any coaching with me or any training with me or attended any Dynamic Women events, you might have seen me do this before. So you make a box shape with your hands. What am I doing? I'm making a frame. Why is this? One of my favorite quotes is from Les Brown. And the quote is, if you know it, say it. When you're in the frame, you can't see the picture. When you're in the frame, you can't see the picture. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, when you're in the picture, you're not seeing what's beside you, what's behind you, what's around you, and you don't also see how it all looks, and you don't see how you look. And I'm not saying that this is about your appearance at all, though it is always good to, see how you look at photos, just to see like, oh wow, is that how I'm imagining myself? But it's good to get someone else's perspective on how they're viewing your situation. So maybe how they're viewing your business, how they're viewing you in a relationship, how they're viewing you in your life, to get that mirror back at you so that they can tell you what they see in the big picture, because you can't always see that. And this is another thing that has come up quite a bit in my coaching this past week, is that it's hard sometimes to make decisions when you are in the frame, because we're so stuck on our small piece of the puzzle that we're not looking at the big picture. So in my coach training, we call it the little A and then the big A agenda. And you can't be in the big A agenda all the time because you're trying to actually get stuff done, right? You're making meals, you're maybe coaching clients, you're selling products, you're cleaning your house, you're doing all these little things. Brushing your teeth, you're doing all these things. And so that's where it's important that there's someone in your life, someone you trust, who can look and view at that big picture for you, who can tell you what they see in an honest way, but also in an honest, like hard truth kind of way. Like, hey, you're kind of messing up here, or you could kind of do better here. And on the flip side, but also in the acknowledgement way, in the cheerleading way, like, wow, that's amazing. What I'm seeing right now in your life is amazing. I'm seeing how this is happening. I'm seeing how this is happening. And who calls us on our BS with it. I know that for a while in my previous career, before I had my own business, I was in a place of like, I have the perfect picture, life is grand. I'm engaged to be married. We're looking for a house. I have a great job. I'm doing all these amazing things on the side. And I wasn't happy. But the picture I thought people were seeing was that I'm happy and everything's good and everything's awesome. And I couldn't see the solution out of this. And it wasn't until a friend of mine actually told me what the picture looked like. And she's like, what's going on? Like, you've lost your spark. I was like, whoa, you can see that. And I thought I was playing a good game. I was acting really well, and I wasn't. And I was in the frame. I couldn't see the picture. And it wasn't until I hired a coach that I realized what the problem was. I thought it was like, oh, maybe it's something wrong with me. I'm getting older. Something's like wrong with me. Something's wrong with maybe this upcoming wedding I'm having. Like, something's wrong with these things. I couldn't see it. It actually ended up being a misalignment in values between me and the company I was working for, and that I had to make a change. But I couldn't see it because I was in the picture, and I was thinking that's the problem, but really something else
was the problem. And so, and if you've taken a photograph before, and you're looking at the photograph, and you're just about to take the photo, and then you see that someone's, I don't know, hair is all crazy, or that someone's being blocked from the camera lens, you can easily say, hey, just like fix this, fix that. And that's what I love about my photographer, Michelle, because she does point out, like, oh, put your chin out and do this, and oh no, you're making kind of a funny face. And so that ability to have someone else give you that feedback. And what's really amazing is when it's immediate feedback. So I encourage you to get someone in your life that you trust that can give you that honest feedback. Thanks for listening today to this. Really, finding solutions to problems is a really great thing to be able to do. And the best place they're hiding, sadly, is sometimes right beside you, right in front of you, or around you. And so get that person that you trust, that can help you, that can really get you to that place of knowing what you need to do. Okay? Until I see you guys next time, make sure you stay dynamic and really put yourself first. This is a crazy time right now. And so make sure that you have some time in your life where you get to be the priority in your own life, because you are responsible for your happiness. And if you are not going to put yourself at the forefront and make yourself happy, who else is gonna, right?
Congratulations on listening to another episode of the Dynamic Women podcast. Let us know by writing a review what your favorite part was. And if you haven't yet, now is a really great time to hit that subscribe button and then hit share, and share this with a friend who you know would benefit from hearing it. Until next time, stay dynamic. Bye.
Thank you, Dynamic Women, for joining us today. Please hop on over to iTunes to subscribe and leave us a review. Who do you know who needs to hear our message? We'd love it if you'd share our channel with your friends and family. If you're ready to be more dynamic, have more balance and more success, head over to www.dynamicwomenclub.com/free gift for your Key to Success book. Stay dynamic.